Okay, hello everyone. This is Team Concentric, and we are going to be talking about our experience this semester building this app as a team and what we've been through and kind of what we've gotten out of this experience. My name is Hayes Waycaster, and I am the founder. And I want to talk about how my inspiration behind this app was really my older sister. She's 5 years older than me. And so she graduated college, moved to a new city, and always complained to me about how difficult it was to make new friends in this new city because everyone kind of has their own little cliques predetermined. And it's kind of hard to break into new friend groups after having such an amazing social life in college. And as someone who's now been in college for 3 years, I can tell you it's amazing having all of these events set up for you that you can go to, and everyone wants to make friends. And so I wanted to create a space for professional young graduates to be unashamed of wanting to meet new people who also want to make friends. And I haven't ever seen anything like that before. And so I thought that this would be a perfect place to really try out and test this idea that I had. And I was really excited with the opportunity that I and my idea got chosen, and that I had such an amazing team around me to really push me forward and work with my ideas and edit them. And it's been just a great experience overall. And I think that we're going to go through some of our questions and experiences that we've had. And so I first want to ask my team, just from a few of y'all, what were some of y'all's experiences? What were some of y'all's first thoughts? And like, why did you want to join the team if you put me first on the list?
I can answer. So I was really excited to join Concentric because I have a lot of post-grad friends as well, mainly who I've met through church. But I've talked to them, and most of them have said that it's been really difficult socially and to just find friends outside of church or from college. And I felt that as juniors who are going to become seniors and then graduate afterwards, I would also like to have an app that helps connects me to other people outside of just circles that I've already been a part of. And so I felt that Concentric would be an app that could really be applicable to a lot of us as well. So I thought it was a great idea.
Jumping off of what Caitlin said, I think I'm in a similar boat where I have siblings and a lot of friends who have recently graduated college, and just hearing about their experiences makes me feel um very privileged to like be able to form these connections and social circles in college, and very scared about how that would work in the postgraduate life. And so when Hayes described this idea, I think the thing that most stood out to me was how it was a very real problem, and this was kind of the perfect way to tackle the solution, because not only did it help you meet people who are in the same boat online, it actually helped you get to the stage where you could meet them in person. And I thought that in-person aspect was super cool, and the idea seemed very fun for a project to work on.
Yeah, especially given the COVID-19 pandemic and how that really grinded a lot of social connection to a halt. I thought that this idea was very good, very instrumental, especially to ensure that we are able to connect with each other, able to have community. That is very important, and especially after graduation. I also have friends and family friends who have said that it's very hard, that usually they only are able to interact with their peers during work, but other than that, they're mostly at home uh, doing hobbies by themselves. So this app would be very instrumental in building connections, community, finding interests, and yeah, overall creating a great experience for all people.
Yeah, and just to better introduce my amazing team that has worked with me and been so gracious this entire process, what has been y'all's main roles and main activities that you've completed through this process?
I can start us off. So I've helped with more of the business side of things through this entire process. Initially, I helped develop the SWOT analysis and the business canvas model, and also worked with Viraj on a lot of different aspects of the market research, and just figuring out what our market size was, how we would access this market size, and then more so for this deliverable and through the later stages of this process, I've been involved with the creation of the business plan in detail and also the profit and loss analysis, again with Viraj, which has been a really cool experience.
Yeah, so I guess I can take it from here. So I worked on the technology due diligence, the legal side. Also, as Veda mentioned, I worked with the market industry research with her, and also had a bit with the P&L.
I helped with the customer feedback, so I created various surveys, quantitative and qualitative, to understand what our customers really want and what needs that we can potentially fill with our app, and how to enhance or better the app so that it's more customer friendly, and that it is a symbiotic relationship, and that the customers benefit from us and we benefit from our relationship with our customers.
And I worked on the more creative aspect of this project. I worked on the slide decks previously, and now I'm going to be working on the ads with Lauren, and then I will also be working on the video.
Yeah, and my main role beyond, I didn't just want to be someone who sat back and told everyone what to do, but I really took the lead on the Figma and making the prototype for the app. And then on the later stages, I've done some of the marketing campaign research side of things. And transitioning over to another question that I can quickly answer first, with like, what's the most challenging part of this process been? For me, I had never worked with Figma before this class. I did not know what Figma was. I remember walking into class and my friend who was in it with me had like 20 Figma projects open, and I'm in Viterbi and had never heard of Figma before. And so I remember being like, there's no way I'm going to be the Figma designer for my group, whatever I do. And I ended up really enjoying learning how to navigate Figma, and I've never really designed anything like that before. And so I thought it was really rewarding to kind of see the vision I had in my head and be able to put it so fluidly onto a screen. And I thought Figma was such a cool thing to learn how to navigate. And I also had never led a group like this before. We don't really do things like this in Viterbi, but I just had such an amazing group around me that it really wasn't that difficult to figure out when we needed to meet, and everyone was so willing to work on their parts and willing to do more. And so it wasn't that difficult to be the quote unquote leader. But my question to the rest of y'all is, what did you find to be the most challenging part for you, and what did you think was most rewarding part out of it?
I can get us started. I think I also come from an engineering background, and I've always been really interested in the business aspects, but I've never really gotten the exposure or chance to work on a lot of different things. And that was my biggest challenge coming into it. I had never heard of the word SWOT before. I didn't know how to come up with numbers for a P&L statement. It was a very big learning experience to learn these different things, but I really enjoyed the process. I think it was super cool to be able to look at the quantitative but also qualitative aspects of how businesses make money, and specifically how we could get our app Concentric to make money. I think special shout out to Viraj. I think it was really useful having someone else working on the same aspects of the project, because we could bounce off ideas off of each other and understand what these concepts meant together before actually doing the work involving that it involved.
Yeah, thank you so much for that, Veda. And again, I had like the challenges was very similar to what Veda and he's mentioned. So my part of the project, which was legal, market research, PNL, I didn't have a lot of previous experience with all those things. And for better or worse, I didn't think a lot of direction was given. So I feel like the challenges involve just trying to learn as much as I can outside of class, just Googling, going through papers, articles, and trying to find ways on how we can answer those questions. So that was also very rewarding. But I feel that the most rewarding aspect was that just working on solving a issue that exists and just going through the market research, there is definitely a untapped market here. And I believe that similarly to how Tinder and Bumble revolutionized the dating industry, I feel like Concentric can also do a similar thing where it can revolutionize how we make friends in this new day and age. So that was the most rewarding aspect.
Overall, I think the most rewarding aspect for the customer market research was that I was able to really interact and like highlight and uh, emphasize the needs of the customers and really hear their stories and how often they were struggling to meet people because they feel overworked or they feel like they don't have time or they feel that the app or some sort of technology would really aid them. So I think in a way this app is like a calling or a instrumental tool to bridge the gap between people who really want to have community. And in terms of the challenges with this, it was trying to gather as many from as many diverse people as possible, often because uh, the forum had a limited amount of questions, and I was trying to be able to have them answer as many questions as they can. And yeah, just trying to get as many diverse perspectives as possible to ensure that we have equitable and inclusive community forum.
Like most of, or half some of us on this team, I also come from a engineering background. So I think more than it being a challenge, it was just becoming more familiar with something that wasn't really taught in Viterbi, just touching base with my more creative side and aspect. It was really cool to be able to really show off more of my creative side through just designing B slides. So yeah.
And shout out Caitlin too. I mean, on the last class, we got voted best presentation out of all the groups. And I thought it was just a great way to end how we've worked together, because I think we've worked so well as a group. And it was very rewarding to see that people liked what we had to say and liked Caitlin's designs. And I was able to put it together into a package on Figma so people could understand it. And so I thought that was really great. We were all sitting together online, and our little piece of the pie was the biggest one, and it was really fun to like high five each other. And then yeah, I think for the future and where we see this going, I think that this is such an exciting opportunity for the future, because this is currently a hole in the market that has not yet been successfully filled. This is why it's such a great opportunity, because other apps have tried to do this in the past. Bumble BFF, people make fun of it constantly on TikTok. We've seen many viral videos on TikTok of people talking about how they can't make friends. And the top comments are like, well, Bumble BFF is certainly not the way. And all these other meetup, and they just aren't streamlined, and no one has been able to take control of this market that has been open ever since the swiping dating app type things have become popular. And I think that we could definitely scale this in a way that was feasible, and it is not just a figment of our imagination. It's not some technology that's like out of the blue that is not real yet. These are all real, tangible things that we could put together as a team, and it would be a real product that people would buy. And I think that that is what is the most exciting part about the future, because this is a market that an app, a company is waiting to pounce and take control of, and huge names have yet to be able to do that. So why not us? Why not our app? And why not Concentric? It's I think a great idea, and we've been a great team all semester, and we've really shown that, you know, we can work together. We might be some engineers who are used to working in some labs and tinkering in little dark dungeons of Viterbi, but we came to the nice Fertitta and got our work done. And I think that we did a great job this semester, and I'm really proud of everyone who worked on the team. And yeah, any final words from anyone else?
Join Concentric, find your circle.
Circle, find your
Find your
circle.
inner circle.
Yeah. Thank you so much for listening to our little podcast. And I hope that one day you join Concentric and find your circle. So thank you so much for a great semester.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Thank you for being a wonderful team.